it's Saturday, December 19th, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today we're watching the Season 3 episode, Left Behind. This is a Kate-centric episode, and we are learning how she met Cassidy, Sawyer's ex. They must really do a lot of flashback or timeline planning, because this flashback takes place after Kate killed her father, but before she goes to meet Tom, and it corresponds with Sawyer's flashback, and it has to line up perfectly because, you know, us Lost fans, we try to lay everything out into a timeline, and if something doesn't match up, we're going to point it out, and the writers are going to be screwed. I just think they must work really hard to get the timeline just perfect. Kate meets Cassidy at a gas station in Iowa. Cassidy is failing miserably at a con that Sawyer taught her, and Kate kind of helps her pull it off because Kate doesn't want the cops to be called because obviously she is newly on the run. She's in Iowa because she wants to talk to her mom, and she tells that to Cassidy, and you know, she kind of tells Cassidy her whole story, and Cassidy says, you know, I want to help you, and so she goes to Kate's mom's house kind of dressed up like Kate, and the feds just rain down on her. So they have to come up with a better plan of how they're going to get Kate to see her mom. They work it out by getting Kate in the back door at her mom's restaurant, and Kate kind of is like, you know, you're supposed to love me, why'd you turn me in? And Kate's mom basically says, you know, you don't choose who you love. You fall in love, and you did this for yourself, not for me. And she has absolutely no sympathy for Kate, which is kind of sad. And she says, the next time I see you, all I'm going to do is call for help. Which is, we see that when Kate goes to visit her when she's in the hospital with the help of her childhood friend Tom. On the island, Kate's locked up in the multi-purpose room in Dharmaville. Locke comes to see her and says, you know, I made a case for you. You're a great person here on the island. You're very resourceful. You're a great tracker. And then he says, and then they told me what you did, and they are not forgiving people. It's kind of depressing. Like, he has the same malice for her that her mother did in her flashbacks. It's very scary. But so Locke says he's going with the others that are leaving, and we see that. They pack up and leave, but first they throw a canister of, like, some sort of noxious smoke into the room that Kate's in, and she passes out. When she wakes up, she's handcuffed to Juliet, and they have to get back to Dharmaville. And they fight and get wet and get muddy. And Kate finds out that Juliet had the key after all when Smokey's chasing them. They get flashed by Smokey. What does he do? I think he probably scans them and looks at their past to judge them a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway, they make it across the sonic fence before the smoke monster can get to them. They turn on the sonic fence, and the smoke monster can't go Kate gets upset because Juliet had the keys to the handcuffs the whole time, and Juliet says, I needed you to trust me. I needed you to believe that we were in this together. They left me behind, too. So, you know, Kate kind of grudgingly accepts this, and they go back to the barracks together. Juliet tells Kate that she broke Jack's heart because he saw Kate with Sawyer. And when they get back to the barracks, Kate goes and wakes up Jack, and she says, you know, I'm sorry that I came back, and they have a very touching exchange, and Jack's like, you know, let's just go back to the beach camp. He's very kind of cold with her. It's, again, another person in Kate's life that is kind of brushing her off, brushing her aside. Sayid doesn't want Juliet to come with them back to the beach camp, and Jack says, I'm vouching for her. She's coming with us. And it's kind of like the end of that argument. Like, it starts and then it's over when Jack says it's over. Back with our beach camps, Hurley's decided to trick Sawyer into becoming the leader. So he's trying to make nice. He talks to Claire and the baby and gives her a blanket, and he helps Desmond hunt boar. And then finally he's cooking the boar, and Charlie's like, what'd you do all this for? And Sawyer's like, well, I just hope that you know, don't vote to kick me out. And he's like, Charlie says, when did we ever vote on anything around here? And Sawyer gets that Hurley tricked him into becoming a leader, which is funny because he just kind of falls into being a leader in season 5. I guess Sawyer really makes a change in the 3 years that we don't really see him. That's it for me today. Leslie, you're back tomorrow with one of us. I will see you guys later. All right.
We're gonna need to watch that again.